Well, I'm on the farm here today, and believe it or not, even though the flags are still, there's been a fair amount of breeze today, and there's still some. We're kind of getting late in the day. I've been on my day job, so I'm back out here on the farm. Massey 1105 and the Chrome 2801 CV sitting there, and we're gonna get the Model 50 Massey Ferguson out and rake up the hay out there that we tedded out last night. Still a lack of rain, and what little showers we get, they're just enough to screw up the haying, but not enough to fill up this creek. I don't know. I just think it's a nice looking tractor. This Chrome don't look too bad either. Sun's still bearing down pretty good. Tedded this hay out last night, and I'm not so sure I couldn't have baled it last night, even after 24 hours. But I could probably bale it tonight, but I need to empty a couple more wagons over in my barn. But we'll bale this tomorrow. The weather guessers are, well, let me back up a little bit. Earlier in the week, when we cut, the weather guessers were saying not much chance of a rain, but now I think it's up to like 40%, but maybe it's going to be late in the day. My intent is to rake this hay, have it ready to go, and depending on what the dew situation is like tomorrow morning, I think today is the 22nd of July. Let me look at my phone here. I'm sorry, today's the 23rd of July, Friday the 23rd. So the 24th, I'll have this stuff raked up tonight, and we'll put the baler to it tomorrow ASAP. Again, one of the things I like about the kicker wagons is, and I know they're not for everybody, and they're kind of somewhat politically incorrect now with you know, accumulators and grapples, but the nice thing about a kicker wagon is we make one pass across the field, we bale the hay, and we get the hay off the field. So if it looks like rain's going to be coming, as soon as that bale gets a knot tied, pushed down the chute and thrown in the wagon, and we can be off to the barn and out of the rain. So that's one of the things I especially like about the kickers and throwers and the wagons. So as lame as this wagon is, and as much need of repair as it needs, if push comes to shove, you know, I'll throw 50, 60, 70 bales on here if I need to right at the end. If that's all I got left and I need to get them off the field instead of unloading the wagon, I'll mash this thing into service. Haven't really used it this year, but it's on my to-do list, round to it list to fix. This little stab of corn right here came out from under my Massey 1105, so pretty sure the 1105 has been in the cornfield at some point in its career. Well, I need to get the Massey 50 going, and got to put the cages on the back of the Vermeer. See if this thing will start. 59 years old, you never know. I don't see any flat tires, which is always a good sign. Alright, let me hook up right up to the old barn and put the cages on this rake, and I got to change the tedder tying teeth to the rake position, and hopefully we can gather up some hay, or as they say in the UK, we can row up some hay. I got to get in here with the bush hog and kind of clean up this orchard. We've got apples, and be handy to be able to walk up to the tree without having lamb's quarters as tall as your shoulder. First thing I got to do while it's up, and that is a handy toolbox, by the way. First thing I got to do while I got it lifted up is move these tines to the tedder position, and I'll do one right here if I can. And I use a wrench. You can use your thumb on this thing, but that kind of pushes down and then it slides over, and I won't bore you with this. So when you move these tines to the inside, they don't fling the hay quite so far and wide, and it's perfect for these gathering shields that come in behind. And just something to mention here, I think I've had it in some other videos, but my old New Holland, which is a coon tedder, it had 6 arms per rotor or head or whatever you want to call it. And I think the crone 4-basket tedder, one of those I looked at, it has 7. But this Vermeer, which is a Lely 300 combi, it's got 8. It's got 8 arms. It just amazes me how effectively it picks up hay all the way across the front. One thing about this tedder rake is, in order to get the height for your tines, you don't set it with the position control on the lift. You set it with the top link. So however far down you want that thing to pitch, that's your control, and you let the lift all the way down, and then that way when you're going over the field, it can kind of follow the contour. And again, it looks like these things are kind of high. Some of it's where I'm setting, and but I also have a high stubble. I cut to a 4 and 5 inch high stubble. The other thing is, these wheels can be set further up like that to flatten out the pitch or to make it steeper. I've kind of found a happy median between raking and tedding, to where I don't need to move the wheels and I don't need to change the length of this top link. And so that's for this tractor. When I put it on my John Deere, it's kind of a different story, but I'm gonna try to use it 100% on the Massey Ferguson 50. It just makes a great combination, and the ground speed that I use for PTO, I'm very, very pleased with it. This is our second summer with this Rake-Tedder, so we're still kind of in a learning curve, but that's one of the things I've picked up, is I don't really need to adjust the pitch of the baskets. That was the word I was looking for earlier, by making the wheels shallow or steeper. and we just kind of got a good average setting right here that seems to work for raking and tedding. So let me get these baskets on, and as I've already said like probably 10 times in this video, we'll rake some hay. All right, I got the cages on, and we're ready to row up some hay. Second gear high range. Here we go. Second gear high range. That would be low range. Now here we go. I really like the sound of that Perkins diesel in this tractor. It's a 3-cylinder, 152 cubic inch. What a great engine. Still getting it done after 62 years rolling off the assembly line in Detroit. Take the pin out here so we can swivel this thing. Into a turn. All right. Second gear high range will run about 1,000 RPMs. If I was in a big hurry, I'd cut up and down. I'd just go back and forth. But I'm pretty content just to ride around the headlands and come in and work my way to the inside, just like when I tedded it in the last video. Again, I put my front wheel right on the edge of the windrow that's discharged out of the cutter. And you know, 2-basket tedder, it basically teds one windrow, and depending on how dry or wet the hay is, I either get complete coverage or it kind of picks it up and tosses it out, scatters it out. But you can kind of see between, you know, where the hay was cut. But I like this tedder rake. And the only complaint I have, if I had one, was you can't really merge two windrows together. I guess you kind of can, but it's not like pulling two 9-foot, 8-foot side delivery rakes, going down, you know, two rows and pulling them together. But on first cut hay, this rake is the cat's meow for my John Deere 348 baler. It builds a really nice tall windrow. Of course, it'll probably be flat when I get up here tomorrow, but that's okay. I think it'll be dry. So, you know, we're in this farming to make money all the way. I mean, we're not like greedy Wall Street, you know, we're not like greedy Wall Street firms that are in it down to the last penny. We watch our penny, but we're definitely here to make money. And you know, I worked a full day on my day job, and I drive an hour and a half to get from my day job to this farm. And so it's kind of getting late in the evening. But I have to tell you, breaking up this hay like I'm doing, it's very relaxing. It's you know, I don't know what it is to take a pill to calm you down, but it feels pretty good. It feels pretty good out here on this old tractor, giving these fields the raking. And of course, my great-grandfather, he was out here too. He had a horse. Kind of chipping away at it. The temptation is to knock this whole field down in one swoop. But when I'm an army of one, you kind of got to resist that, because, you know, it's taking a little bit to rake this hay. And of course, when I'm baling, I'm going about half as fast. So you really got to manage your time, you know, when you don't have help. And again, for those that aren't familiar, my kids are, it's all good. My kids have got jobs, and my daughter's, she's in college and working too. So I've been taking manageable chunks this summer, trying to get 200 to 300 bales at a pop. I'm hoping I'll get between 300 and 400 bales out of here. We'll see. But Had pretty good luck the last time. I don't typically do this and rake hay the night before I bale the next day, but it's so dry and it's breezy, humidity's down. It worked out great when I did this part of the field the last go round, and I'm hoping it'll be the same this time. And when I talk about raking hay and baling, what I'm talking about is, you know, this is a Friday, and sometimes I'm baling hay on a Wednesday, and so on those occasions where I have to rake the hay the day I bale it, you know, if I get up here in the afternoon or, you know, later on after work, if I don't take some time off, I need enough time to rake the hay, and then I need enough time to get the baler in here and get hay baled. You know, I can't run the baler till dark like I can a rake or a tedder. Because the dew sets in and that fouls up everything. So it's tempting to knock down the whole field, and when I got help, I do it. And so just take it in manageable chunks where I can, worst case, I can rake it the day I bale. Fortunate this is a Friday, and we're just gonna kind of rake it up here, and hopefully about noon tomorrow on a Saturday, July 24th, I'm hoping I can just pull the baler up to the first windrow and go. There was very little dew this morning, and I'm not sure what the dew is going to look like tomorrow, but I'm hopeful it'll be minimal. Kind of line my wheel up with the windrow to the right, and that puts the edge of the rake right up against the windrow to the left. And those are some tall windrows, fluffy too. There's no roping. Although I never had any trouble with windrows that rope with my baler, but I know a lot of people don't like it. This Vermeer Lely 300 Combi, Vermeer TR90. You can lock it and go straight back and forth. It's kind of a center discharge, or you can pull the pin like I did at the beginning of the video, and you can make right-hand turns. You cannot turn left. Now, this Model 50 Massey Ferguson has power steering, and it works in left and right. But it's just a little easier. It steers just a little bit easier to the right. So all of our hay tools, balers and everything, we turn to the right going around our fields. And so you might say somebody has a good leg and a bad leg. And on this Model 50, the good leg is steering to the right. And that happens to fit in nicely with all of our, you know, the hay equipment we would put on this, like a sickle mower. I haven't run my Heston on it, but I could. My Heston is a 7-foot sickle mower conditioner. About ready to get finished up. We're about ready to get finished up out here. It's been a great day. Feels good. It's good to be on a tractor. Well, I finished raking hay, and kind of see how high these windrows are. The hay is it doesn't look that bad. I was a little concerned. You know, it might all be brown. It's very mature, but there's plenty of undergrowth in there that's coming through, and might not be able to pick it up too well on the camera, but in any event, that's kind of the video for today. Tomorrow we bale. Hopefully we'll be in here about lunchtime, and want to get this Vermeer off the Model 50 Massey Ferguson, and need to pull a hay wagon out. So, raking hay on the farm today. We'll talk to you later.